Today, I am going to give y'all my predictions for this weekend's Quaker State 400 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. This weekend's race at Atlanta is going to be very special for a lot of reasons. I will get to that in a minute, but also I am going to do a Pick 5 contest for this weekend's race. And if you're new to the channel and wondering how does a Pick 5 contest work, well, it is pretty simple. All you're going to have to do is go up below to the comment section and type in who you think will finish in the top 5. If you go 5 for 5, you get an autograph of your choice. But if you go 4 for 5, you get an unsigned hero card. So there you go. Comment down below to be entered. And who knows, you might win some NASCAR merch. But also go check out JB Racing News Reviews, Righteous Redneck, and Winning Bets on YouTube. They have some great content, so go check them out. But enough said, but let's get started.
Ryan Priest, and you're watching William Blackwell on YouTube.
Before I review this past weekend's race at Road America, I'm going to have to talk about the breaking news surrounding the Atlanta Motor Speedway. On July 6, 2021, Atlanta Motor Speedway put out an interesting tweet on Twitter, and it was regarding that they were going to have a major announcement later on that day at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And a lot of us fans are speculating a couple of options here. One being a whole new track configuration. And two was being they're going to repave the whole entire track. And three was adding grandstands. And if you were to say one of them three options, you would be correct. Because they're adding grandstands, they're repaving the track, but they're also changing out the track a little bit. Right now in the corners, the track is 24 degrees. But next year, it is going to go to 28 degrees. A big difference. But with that right now going on, that's obviously giving away the horsepower they will use for this race. It'll be 550, obviously. So, spoiler alert there. But they're changing out the track big time for the 2022 season. But for more information, follow my social media accounts down below. But let's get into Road America. This past weekend at Road America, us NASCAR fans saw some spectacular racing. It all started off with the green flag. We saw William Byron leading the field to turn 1, and all from there, hell was broke loose. It was so intense, and we saw tons of passes for the lead, and we also saw tons of different strategies being played, especially at the end of each stage. At the end of stage 1, we saw a caution from the 78 car, if I'm not mistaken, and we saw some cars go down pit road, and the cars that came down pit road, they would cycle out to the lead at the end of stage 1 while everyone else pitted. But there were a handful of drivers that pitted during that caution, getting a penalty. Chase Briscoe and Michael McDowell, to be exact. There were two great road course racers, and it would have changed the whole entire race if they did not get that penalty. Who knows? They could have very well been a lot higher in the finishing results. But Briscoe and McDowell, though, they had the same exact penalty, driving to too many pit boxes, and they had to go to the rear. Not good there. But the race continued on. Stage 2, we saw a caution towards the end. We saw people pit. Some people stay out for the points. And then stage 3 started. And in stage 3, we saw Chase Elliott come into the picture. Chase Elliott started in the back of the pack at the beginning of the race because in qualifying, him and Chase Briscoe, Austin Dillon, and a couple others were involved in some type of controversy, if you will. The controversy was about, you got 15 minutes on the clock for round 1, and they were going to complete their qualifying lap, but a caution came out and it ruined it, and they had to slow down and come to the pits. And that's why they all started at the back, because they did not get a lap posted. So there you go there. But Elliott worked his way up to the front and passed Kyle Busch, and he went on to win his second race of the season. But saying that, though, when Kyle Busch got passed, he kind of faded, and his teammate Christopher Bell was coming through the pack like there was no tomorrow. He was storming past everybody. He got past his teammate Kyle and finished P2. So Christopher Bell impressed a lot of people this past weekend at Road America. Finishing P3 was Kyle Busch. He was really consistent throughout the day. I thought he had a shot of winning towards the end if there were to be a caution. He was so good on the short run. But there was no caution, but Chase Elliott won, and Kyle Busch brought it home third. Bringing it home fourth was Kyle's older brother, Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch, these last couple of weeks, has been really hot, if you will. He went to Nashville, made up tons of ground there, went to Pocono, made up tons of ground there, and then went to Road America and did the same exact thing, makes up tons of ground on the playoff standings. Because before Nashville, Kurt Busch was below the playoff bubble, but now he's above by a good margin, and he could pass Tyler Reddick next week at Atlanta before it's all said and done. So Kurt Busch brought it home fourth. Rounding out your top five at Road America will be the 11 car Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin was not given this fifth place finish. Him and Chase Briscoe went at it back and forth the last couple of laps, but Chase Briscoe overshot the corner, which helped Hamlin pull away and finish P5. But there you go. There's your top five from Road America. Chase Elliott winning, Christopher Bell second, Kyle Busch third, Kurt Busch fourth, and Denny Hamlin rounding out your top five. And my driver of the week will go to the one car of Kurt Busch. He's so consistent now. He's going to Atlanta, a track he DNF'd at earlier this year. And he was so fast there, he had race-winning material. Time will tell how things go out there, but let's talk about Atlanta. My top five for this Sunday's race at the Atlanta Motor Speedway is pretty much based off of facts and recent momentum. But here it is. Winning this Sunday's race at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, or the Quaker State 400, whatever you call it, will be the four car of Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick in 2021 has been hit or miss. Usually miss, unfortunately. Stewart Haas Racing has not been good, and they're struggling really bad right now, but they're slowly getting better week in and week out. Kevin Harvick, though, at Atlanta is usually good. It's a good combination. In March, or in the spring, if you will, he brought it home 10th place, but he did have some penalties. And just imagine if he did not get those penalties, he would probably brought it home inside the top five, nowhere near race-winning material. But this time around, I think him and his crew chief, Rodney Childers, has found some more speed in that car, and that whole team as a whole has gotten better since March. And I think Kevin Harvick, with all the success that he's had at Atlanta in the past, he will go there and win his first race of the 2021 season and lock himself into the 2021 playoffs. Because right now, no one's guaranteed a playoff spot. Even if you have a win, it's just so unfortunate right now. You have all these different winners. Michael McDowell, for crying out loud, is not even locked in yet. There's so many races left on his schedule, which we can see many more new winners. So keep your eye on that. But Kevin Harvick will win Atlanta. Finishing runner-up to him will be the runner-up for the spring race, Kyle Larson. I think he will have a fast car, but nowhere near Kevin Harvick's speed. And the Ford speed is going to be dominant this weekend. Finishing P3 will be the 18 car of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has been hot lately. He won Kansas a 1.5-mile track earlier this year. He won Pocono. He's got some momentum on his side. He will bring it home inside the top 30 at Atlanta this Sunday. Finishing fourth will be the 24 car of William Byron. William Byron in 2021 on a 1.5-mile tracks has been really good. And I think a lot of that success is because of him, but also his crew chief, Rudy Fugle. Rudy Fugle, when he came to this 2014, he turned that whole program around. Last year, they had Chad Canals. They won the Daytona race, a playoff or regular season finale, but that was just one win. But Rudy Fugle started off the season with an early victory at Homestead, and no one gave him credit, which kind of made me mad. But since then, they have done really good. They're really consistent, top 5 in the point standing. So William Byron will get more points, stacking pennies, if you will, according to Corey LaJoie. Will bring it home P4. Like I said, stacking pennies. Good results after good results will start building up, and William Byron is a contender for the championship this year. So let's just see how things go out there. I don't want to get too crazy about this whole situation, but they are doing a great job, way better than they have been in the last couple of years. But rounding out your top 5 for the second week in a row will be the 11 car of Denny Hamlin. Last year, he won so many races, but this year he has yet to win one. And I do not think it will be Atlanta, just because the fact that he's never really had no fast car this year. He's been fast, but nowhere near race-winning material. But this weekend, though, he will bring it home P5. But my dark horse for Atlanta will be the one car of Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch in March, a heartbreaker there. He was so fast, he had race winning material, but wrecked out at the beginning of stage 3. Unfortunate deal there, but he will be at my dark horse. And what I mean by dark horse is he's not necessarily a race pick, but he will bring it home in the top 10. But there you go there, my top 5 for this Sunday's Atlanta race. Kevin Harvick winning, Kyle Larson second, Kyle Busch third, William Byron fourth, Denny Hamlin rounding out your top 5, and Kurt Busch, my dark horse. But also go check out JB Racing News Reviews, Righteous Redneck, and Winning Bets on YouTube. They got some great content, so go check them out. And also go check out my social media accounts down below to be entered in some of my giveaways this upcoming weekend in Atlanta. I am going to the races this weekend, the Xfinity race and the Cup race. So stay tuned for giveaways. Please like and subscribe.